seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds. Second game. Level. Play.
So the qualifier 1 game up in this quarter-final. SHON Wan. Oh, this is just extraordinary.
He's playing completely free. There's no pressure on him. He's not feeling any pressure. How long he can keep it going, let's see. But at the moment, he's playing the game of his life.
I said right at the start of the match that I thought perhaps Chong Wei would be lifted emotionally and so on by the fact that Lin Dan has lost. He's out of the tournament, lost to his teammate Bao Chunlai. But I wonder, in fact, whether it's had the opposite effect, that he's said to himself, I have to win now. And in saying to himself, then he's putting himself under a huge amount of pressure. There'll be expectations back in Malaysia. Well, the luck of the net cord.
Yeah, and I think the other thing with this match is that I think Chong Wei will probably not have seen Sean before. And there's a little bit of the unexpected here, and it seems to be upsetting him that he doesn't know the style of play. He's not really worked him out yet, and he's having real problems coming to grips with the tactics of this game.
Yes, of course, you're absolutely right, because this is the first time that they've ever met in competition. That said, you expect a world #1 to be fairly much in control against a world #42.
1-2.
Yes, that's true, but the Korean boy's just playing free, playing his game, and at the moment, Chong Wei's really not got his game hat on.
That's more like the Chong Wei I'm used to seeing.
2-all.
Good response. Good response. Good variety, a little bit more variety, and also playing with a little bit more of a margin. Not trying to force the game as much as he was doing in the first game. Just starting to find a little bit of rhythm, maybe.
Couldn't help but wonder, though, Ian, the lack of power in the legs from SHON Wan to react to that shot. Well, that really proves my theory wrong. I was about to say, you know, maybe the 3 hours 57 minutes that he's been on court in the last 4 days,
it has to have an effect, but at the moment,
yeah,
I would say he's playing on adrenaline and enthusiasm and enjoying the situation, which is good to see. That's a great shot, but your coaching in the break was right as well there. He used the cross defence, which turned the rally round for him, that created the time to play the deceptive straight slice there. So he's thinking as well. He's not just running around and hitting. The guy's really got good tactics here. Chong Wei's going to have to work hard to break this down.
and it's not often that you see Misbah Sidek looking anxious, but I thought he looked a little bit anxious there.
Yeah, and quite telling that Chong Wei was looking round to him as well. You don't see that very often either.
Yeah, that's nice.
Service over. 4-5.
26 career major titles for Chong Wei. For SHON Wan, First is yet to come.
It won't be long, though, if he keeps playing like this.
You're absolutely right on that front.
Korea have another talent here.
Pushing that wide, yeah.
Again, Chong Wei just giving himself more margins, not going for the lines as much.
Just explain to me the theory and the logic of this shirt that Chong Wei is wearing. One sleeve and one without a sleeve. Seriously, is that because to give the racket arm freedom, not having the shirt sleeve on that?
Yeah, it seems to be just that some of the players... last year, some of them started to playing complete sleeveless, and this year they're coming out with this version of it. But I just wonder whether you've got left-handed and right-handed shirts now.
Yes, indeed they do. It's good.
Again, in this game, the winning shots have been played by Chong Wei.
6-4.
But then when we look at the scoreboard, it's 6-all. The Korean boys still there, still making Chong Wei work for his points.
Interesting, at the start of that rally, Chong Wei was playing either a drop shot or an angled shot. He wasn't lifting the shuttle at all.
No, he's playing with much more patience. Much more patience. When you talk about the time on the court for Sean, though, it's quite interesting because he has spent a lot of time on the court, and of course there's an emotional side to that. There's an emotional energy as well as a physical energy. But having said that, coming to this tournament, he's playing a 1 hour match once a day. That's a lot less than the intensity he will be training with at home. So physically he should be able to survive this match again, really. But it's more the mental energy that gets drained in these big events when you haven't got the experience.
Yes, just picking up on that point, I can remember one year at the Korean Open, went down to see the players practice. I think it was on quarterfinals day, actually, and the Korean squad were in their training venue, not even in the main arena. And they did a 2-hour session of such intensity, and then they came out in the evening and perfectly fresh, and once again playing hour-long matches. So in fact, they were on court for about 3 hours that day of competition.
Yeah, but that's probably half the time they would normally do in a normal training day. They'll probably do 6 hours training a day, so even that for them is probably less than they're used to.
Yeah. That's fast. Pounced on the net.
Service over, 9-7.
That's very, very impressive.
Yeah, every time you think Chong Wei's maybe just getting control of the match, Sean just finds another good point.
8-9.
And again, the impression is that Chong Wei's, you know, now flowing a little bit better and everything, but the scoreboard's not really reflecting that at the moment.
unbelievable. Why haven't we seen more of this young lad from Korea?
9-all.
When you see the talent he's got, well, I think your point actually, Ian, about the fact that he's got absolutely no pressure. He can just play with relaxed freedom and just go for those shots.
That's a super rally he's played there. Chong Wei's approaching his best level at the moment, and Sean's matching him stroke for stroke there.
Pushing it wide.
But again, a very good rally, well constructed and a little bit unlucky at the end.
Service over, 10-9. Wipe the court, please. Thank you.
Just looking at the Malaysians' record, 8 finals in 2008, 9 finals in 2009. It's consistent, isn't he?
He's a super player. He's a super player and a nice guy with it. Very, very popular wherever he goes, always well supported. And in tonight we've got a lot of Malaysian fans in, some that have travelled, and a lot of the local student population. A very, very popular player and a big hero at home.
Yes, he's twice been voted the Malaysian Sportsman of the Year, 2005 and 2008, and I think that's an indication of the point we've just made. Very popular. I'm a big fan of his as well. He's always got time to talk to us in the media, and always very pleasant, always very open and honest with us.
A very nice guy, and gets a little bit of extra support over here, of course, because he's actually got family over here in Britain as well. So there's some, he always gets his family coming up. He's got family that live down in Cardiff. They come up for the week each time, and he spends a lot of time with them. And you know, it's very, very popular guy, and very down to earth.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds.
You may have played against his uncle, Jill. His uncle played for Wales. Y.C. Lim.
I do remember him, indeed. It's also rather alarming that I seem to have been playing
11-9.
at the era of most of the coaches out the side of the court. 2-point advantage in the second game for Lee Chong Wei. Call good. I have to say, I thought it was the correct call. What did you think?
I'm right on the line, and it looked good all the way to me.
Service over, 10-11.
Maybe an indication of he's not really in the right mental place at the moment, Lee Chong Wei. No, that was on the line. That was a good call by the line judge.
Service over. 12-10.
I keep expecting, there's several times in this second game that I've just thought momentum is really going to shift. Suddenly, Lee Chong Wei is just going to pull away. He's going to really up the pace, up the intensity, but it hasn't happened so far. I keep expecting it to happen.
And again, that's great resilience from Sean. You know, the last 2 points, Chong Wei looks as though he's starting to get to his best,
Service over.
getting a little bit of momentum,
11-12.
and Sean comes up with a shot like that. That's really resilient.
263 kilometres now. Goodness me.
Service over. 13-11.
Very, very uncharacteristic error there from Lee Chong Wei.
As you say in the introduction, the
Service
second
over.
round match against Sonny Dui Konkuro
13.
would have been a very nervous match for Chong Wei because he has lost to him in several occasions, particularly in the World Championship springs to mind. And I'm sure that he would have been very stressed and very motivated for that match. And it looks as though he's just relaxed a little bit too much for this match in terms of preparation.
Yeah, I think that's a very fair point. Those World Championships that he lost to the Indonesian Kunchoro
Service over.
2007,
14-12.
especially that year, because of course the World Championships were taking place in Kuala Lumpur, home soil for Lee Chong Wei. Last 16 he got beaten by Sonny Dui, and again last year in the quarter-final in Hyderabad when the Malaysian here was the #1 seed. So he's, you know, he's taken a lot of stick from the Malaysian press, the media back home about the fact that he hasn't won the big events. I personally think that's a bit unfair. I think that he is a true professional, and I think that, you know, okay, he hasn't won the All England. He's been in the final.
And he's also in the era of Lin Dan, who will go down eventually, I'm sure, as one of the great champions. And he's had some epic battles with Lin Dan over the last 4 or 5 years.
Bit of a deception himself that time from the Malaysian.
15-12.
Good judgment, that's wide. Is this the move? 4-point advantage.
16-12.
It looks like it, but Sean's had answers each time so far. Let's see what he's got now.
Just extraordinary.
And that's Lee Chong Wei. Great agility. He's on the floor. Second later, he's off the ground hitting a jump smash. He has fantastic agility. This guy's a great athlete.
That's the thing that
17-12.
really, I think, is so outstanding. He's such a wonderful athlete. The way he moves on court, I know he did a wonderful dive there, and you're right. I mean, the speed of recovery is just phenomenal. But, you know, when I watch him move, he's like a tiger about to pounce on prey. He's crouching down low as he's moving, and yet he's hitting high. He's jumping high to the shuttle. And I'm sure from a coaching perspective, that's what you try and emphasise with players the whole time. Move low, hit high.
Exactly. And I know it's something that Misbun's done an awful lot of work with him over the years.
17.
Misbun's basis of his singles training is about movement, it's about rhythm, it's about getting early onto the shuttle. And Chong Wei is a great example of that for all young players.
Service over, 18-13.
Nicely done.
Just beginning to lose his way, Sean, now, tactically. Just playing a little bit too flat to the rear court and giving Chong Wei a chance to get
19,
to intercept the
13.
shuttle early in the court.
Good smash. Force the error. And now 7 game points for the Malaysian to send this to a
20,
third
game
and deciding
point,
game.
13.
It's well saved.
Service over, 14-20.
Surprised perhaps by the flick serve. I'm surprised, that is.
It's something Chong Wei does quite a lot on game points. He likes to throw the quick flat serve in.
This time, second time of asking. The Malaysian world number 1, Lee Chong Wei, converts. It is 1 game all. The margin
Game won by Lee
the
Chong
same
Wei,
as the opening game, but this time in favour
21-14,
of the Malaysian. So symmetry in the scoreline. (21-14).